Let's talk about Manmohan Singh. We've spoken about the ordinance. Reminds me of Manmohan Singh. There's a lovely photograph in the book of you and Manmohan Singh in a hug. Very nice photograph. How do you look back at those years? Do you think Dr. Manmohan Singh should have resigned when Rahul Gandhi made his government, your cabinet, you were also a cabinet minister then, take back an ordinance that had gone to the president?
Well, I think all of us are responsible for that, including me. I was a cabinet minister. I think at that time, Mrs. Gandhi was all powerful. And Manmohan Singh ji was also very much obliged and should have been as a good human being and a gentleman, because she didn't become prime minister and she picked him up to become the prime minister, and rightly so. A perfect gentleman. So number one, he was also obliged to, he was personally obliged to Mrs. Gandhi, and we all had a great respect. My association with Indira ji and Rajiv ji, and by virtue of that, number one, because of the behavior and conduct of Mrs. Gandhi herself. But then added advantage, which was adding to her respect, was respect of Rajiv ji's widow and daughter-in-law of Indira Gandhi. So we could not also just make her, ignore her thing, because actually it should have, as a mother and a party president, she should have chipped in. She should have taken decision that you are doing wrong and told the prime minister that no, you go ahead. It's a cabinet decision, because cabinet decision can be overruled by the president of India only. He's the supreme.
Right.
Because every bill, if somebody is above the cabinet and parliament, it is the Rashtrapati. Whatever bill we pass in the cabinet, and that goes to assembly, that goes to the parliament, and whatever bills we passed in both the houses, they go for the assent to Rashtrapati. Unless he signs that, it doesn't become law.
Right.
So that means Rashtrapati is the supreme. So our, cabinet decision can be overruled by president. How? He cannot sign the ordinance, so it doesn't become the law.
Right.
But once he has signed the ordinance, that means the head of the state has approved it. So can any person of a Congress leader or any person overrule the parliament, overrule the cabinet, overrule the head of the state of the country, who's the custodian of the Constitution of India?
Right.
And you tear it off and see, well, I have done a big job. I am the leader.
So when he criticized the ordinance in public, Dr. Manmohan Singh was actually in America. And I remember this because I was one of the reporters covering that.
And it is being told that he, at one point of time, I'm not privy to it, so I cannot say with guarantee, but the buzz that time was that he might quit at any time. I don't know whether some from the family or somebody must have consoled him, but the buzz was that time in the cabinet, among the cabinet members, that, and maybe if he was here, maybe some people would have definitely told him not to heed to.
Do you think he should have resigned?
Well, I said I would not blame him only. That should have been the collective decision of the cabinet. Because
was it discussed? Did it ever come back to the cabinet?
No, because by the time he came from abroad, it had died
already,
down.
Yeah.
It died down, because such news has value within 24 hours. You are worked up.
So do you think the cabinet and the prime minister were weak in giving in to Rahul Gandhi's pressure on the ordinance?
Yeah, we should have not yielded to his pressure, and that would have saved Rahul Gandhi himself today.
Well, he claimed that he was, stopping a law that was designed to prevent corruption. Lalu Prasad Yadav, it was a law designed to protect only Lalu Prasad Yadav. कि एक नेता के लिए वो कानून बनाया जा रहा था.
No, not at all. अब उसमें अगर उसके लिए बनाया गया था तो ये किस तरह से उसमें आ गए? नहीं, वो नहीं था लॉ. लॉ ऐसा था कि अगर
कोई कन्विक्ट होता है,
कन्विक्ट लोअर लेवल पे होता है तो उसका मेंबरशिप जाएगी। हमारा उसमें था कि नहीं, लोअर लेवल पे नहीं, उसके पास 2 और सेशन जज है, हाई कोर्ट है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट है, जाएगा।
तो आप लोग क्यों माने? आप लोग क्यों माने राहुल गांधी की बात? क्यों माने? आपको अब लुकिंग बैक, व्हाई डू यू थिंक एन एंटायर कैबिनेट, अ प्राइम मिनिस्टर, एवरीबॉडी?
No, I think I said if maybe the prime minister would have in India here in Delhi, maybe the things would have been different. So I think by the time prime minister came, he was consoled. So it was he who could have just called the cabinet meeting and taken the suggestion, which did not take place.